Hey y'all, it's Tyler from O.T.R.Outdoors. Yes, the beard is gone. With me getting ready to head out here in the next couple months. It's the first time I've shaved my beard in 5 years. But I want to start getting a tan on it so I don't get shaved like the week before I leave and have this horrible white face to deal with while I'm gone for the first couple of weeks. So, hence the reason the beard's gone. And for the fact that we had to get my youngest used to it. She's never seen me without the beard. So we are headed out. It is 5:20. I have about an hour till sunset. So about an hour and a half or so of light. We're gonna go do an overnighter tonight. We're a little bit closer to the road tonight than normal, so it's going to be potential to have a little more traffic noise, but we'll see what happens. So we got to get shelter up. There's quite a bit of down stuff here. It's one of the reasons I picked this spot getting out a little bit later this evening. I knew there was lots of either dead standing or stuff that's fallen that's still propped up in the air is good and dry. As far as firewood, I need to get a fire reflector put together real quick. It's supposed to be 28 tonight, not counting the wind chill. Double check it real quick. There shouldn't be any widowmakers right in here. I finished getting my line kit all straightened up here. So all I'm gonna do is run a ridge line just above where if I'm sitting on the ground. And I'm not gonna be whacking my head. I don't want 4 or 5 different ridge lines based on what I'm doing. Just use one longer one that covers just about everything, and then if I run into a situation like this where I've got tons of extra, not that big a deal. Just wind it up and get it out of the way. Hopefully I'm not overexposed with the sunlight going down behind me here. Let's see. Here's our center point, corner. There's one tie out. What's that put us at? That's looking pretty good there. Run our prusik through the tie out point, our toggle through there. Get it roughly where we want it. Now I want to go off at a slight angle to one of the trees off the side so I can have my fire. Now remember, this tarp is not completely square, so it's going to be slightly off. So there's the shelter for tonight. I'll have plenty of height sitting on the ground. I got plenty of coverage here in the back. Like I said, it's somewhat awkward because it's not a square tarp. But it works out pretty well. I got a little bit of a ground mat back here. My guideline's over here, so we'll end up putting the fire about right here. Should be a pretty good spot. So we'll get everything cleared up, get our fire reflector built real quick, and grab some firewood. some of the stuff that's propped up through here. We'll grab a couple more pieces of it, and then we'll probably cut some of this pine too, not for cooking, but for later on as the night progresses, just to burn. I don't know how well y'all can see that, but that's the moon starting to come up. And here when it clears these trees, we have some really good moonlight here right at the middle of the camp. We got the rest of the camp set up, the fire reflector and everything. Got most of my stuff out. I'm gonna go ahead and get dinner started tonight. I just did an easy. I'm just gonna do soup and some bread. There we go. We got some soup and some cheese bread. As I blind y'all there, hang on a second. There we go. So I'm gonna sit here and enjoy my soup. It's actually quite good. And then get some more of this wood prepped up for the rest of the night. It's starting to cool off. It was 40 when I checked when I checked the temperature a while ago. Eat this. I got some coffee on. Should be ready by about the time I finish this up. So, all right, y'all. So I'm sitting here enjoying my coffee. About 9:30. That's all we're doing. Just hanging out, drinking coffee, and then see you in the morning for breakfast.
Morning, y'all. It is 6 something. It's 6:20. I woke up at about 5:30 because my feet and my head were cold. I forgot my toboggan. Luckily, I put my shemagh in my bag. So I stuck the fire up. Went pee. And then got back in bed. I was almost back to sleep, and the wife and daughter just called. Say good morning to me, so looks like I'm gonna get up, make coffee, get some more firewood, and cook breakfast. I did rearrange camp a little bit because of the wind, so I moved the tarp around closer to the fire. All I did was take one side and swing it closer in. So I'll show y'all here in a minute. I'm gonna get up, get some more firewood, because when I woke up at 5:30, I used the last of what I had. But I still have a really nice cold bed now, because that was only an hour ago.
We're finished getting this little bit of firewood prepped up. We'll get some coffee going here in just a minute and start cooking breakfast. I'm probably gonna leave. I don't know if I'm gonna leave camp up or not. It's supposed to be fairly cool today, but I'm sure the family will get out, so the girls usually like to come see camp. So I may leave at least the tarp up and pack everything else up and leave just the tarp. And I'll leave my ruck out here until they get to come see it, and then I'll put the tarp in and take it all back to the house. But let's get breakfast going, get the rest of this firewood prepped up, and coffee started. Alright, y'all, so here's a view of camp. Last night, if you remember, this tree right here is where we were tied off to. And the wind shifted a little bit, and I was worried about being a little too cold with the bag I had. So I just shifted to this holly tree to our right and brought, I mean, that moved it in 3 feet or so. Worked out pretty well. Did have to work around the trees a little bit. I'm gonna put 2 fire reflectors in. The one on the right is the first one I did, and then as the as the wind began to pick up, as you can see some of the ashes back here on the back. That was before I built that other wall. I didn't want ashes blowing all on this leaf litter over here, so I went ahead and built another wall to help keep some of the ashes on the other side. I'll walk around here and show y'all. I got that double wall. Helped keep everything nice and tidy. Here's the back of the tarp. Like I said, it's a little awkward because that tree on the right. Alright, y'all. That's gonna do it for this one, I think. Big camera's out of battery. I forgot to bring the spare. Phone's dead, and this GoPro's almost dead. So I'm gonna sit here eating my bacon and eggs, finish up my coffee, get everything straightened up. I'm gonna leave it all here, like I said. That way, later on, if the girls want to come out and look at it, they can. Riley usually gets a kick out of it when she don't get to go camping. At least come see what I did and how I did it. So, see y'all on the next one. Thanks for watching. Remember, there's always a storm coming. Keep your powder dry, your action knife sharp, and eye on your back sharp. We'll see y'all next time.